Okay, I hope you all have a happy and healthy 2026. Let's get this year started off on the right foot with a new remote job. Today I'm sharing jobs that won't tie you to the phone all day. Yup, minimal phone work for these remote opportunities, including a chat-only position hiring nationwide and some data entry jobs. And one of those data entry jobs is specifically for all of you in the states of Connecticut and New Hampshire. I'm also sharing a job that will train you, and this one lets you determine your own schedule within certain hours. So let's start off with that one. It comes to us from Claritive, a huge, well-known technology healthcare company. This job is for a temporary medical claims intake coordinator. It is full-time, it is remote anywhere within the United States, but yes, it is a temporary position expected to last 60 to 120 days. And they will train you in this job. Training will be from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Central Time Zone hours. You don't have to live in the Central Time Zone. Just translate your local hours to those hours. And then after training, you can determine your own schedule anytime between the hours of 7 a.m. and 5 p.m. Central Time. Again, you don't have to live in the Central Time Zone. So what you do is intake and create cases in all applicable systems. You'll do some data entry and perform adjustments on medical claims. You'll also perform outreach to customers to obtain necessary details on medical claims and research appropriate systems to identify data needed to complete cases. And you'll do all that while ensuring compliance with HIPAA regulations and requirements and securing PHI sensitive data. PHI is personal health information. And for this job, they want you to have a high school diploma or equivalent. You're comfortable using computers. You have a high-speed internet connection and a quiet, distraction-free, secure workspace. And to be honest, I just threw in the word secure because you are working with personal health information. They'd like you to have knowledge of medical insurance terminology, but if you don't have that knowledge, don't worry, because in the description area below this video, I have a link to a really good free resource where you can pick up that knowledge. They prefer you have experience using Excel, and then you need your typical soft skills. And as far as the salary, they tell us they'll pay you $17 per hour for this position. Now I noticed this down here. They tell us this application will stay open for at least 5 calendar days from the posting date, or as long as the job remains posted. Now I don't know when this job was originally posted, but because it is still on their careers page, I can only assume it's still available. Okay, so now let's go into the minimal phone work from home jobs. The first one I'm sharing comes to us from Clover Health. This is for an accounts payable analyst. It's full-time remote anywhere within the United States. And this is your typical AP position with a focus on employee travel expense reports, including corporate cards. So you do some T&E management and compliance, some basic accounts payable operations, and you'll generate a whole bunch of reports and do analysis. They'd like you to be familiar with emerging technologies like AI, and you're able to leverage AI-powered tools for process improvement, data analysis, and enhanced efficiency. You've done accounts payable before with specific focus on T&E reports, review, and compliance. And it's a plus you have experience using Naven, Expensify, Topology, and or Intact, and that's just a plus, it's not required. You have a strong understanding of accounting principles and AP processes. You're proficient using financial software, Google Workspace, and Excel, and you can work independently. And as far as the salary, I'm just scrolling around this job description to see if they tell us how much they pay, and I don't see it anywhere on this job description, but based on my experience looking at similar roles, I think this job could pay anywhere from $50 to $60, maybe up to $65,000 per year, but there's no way I can guarantee that's how much you'll make in this particular position. You'll have to work out your salary with them. So here's a job where you're going to do a whole bunch of data entry. This one comes to us from Finch Legal. This job is for a case data manager. It's full-time remote anywhere within the United States. And in this job, you'll be responsible for maintaining data integrity, ensuring that the case management system is always up to date and running like a well-oiled machine. So that means you'll oversee the timely updates of the firm's CMS with completed tasks related to claims, medical records, police reports, and other firm-specific requirements, ensuring that the CMS accurately reflects the company's application, maintaining consistency and accuracy across platforms. You also manage tasks updates, work closely with team members to identify and resolve discrepancies in case management updates, and maintain detailed records of all updates and changes made to the CMS. They'd like you to have proven experience in task management or a related field. And of course, you need strong attention to detail. You're accurate, you're goal-oriented. You can manage your time well, you're tech savvy, and you have strong communication skills. And we can see on this job description, they tell us they'll pay you $65,000 to $75,000 per year. Virta Health has an opening for an accounts receivable clerk. This is a full-time remote position anywhere within the United States, and it's your typical AR position where you'll accurately process and record accounts receivable transactions, including invoices, payments, and credit memos. You'll also assist with the monthly and year-end close processes, reconcile customer accounts, and prepare and organize supporting documentation for the annual audit and quarterly reviews. And for this job, they'd like you to have about 2 years experience in an accounts receivable, bookkeeping, or related financial role. They prefer, but they don't require. They prefer you have a degree in accounting, finance, or a related field. You're proficient with ERP systems, billing software, Microsoft Excel, and you need your typical soft skills. And as far as the salary, scrolling back up this job description, they show us right here they'll pay between $50,900 and $58,100 per year, plus this company offers equity. Okay, so now let's talk about the chat-based position. This one comes to us from Recora. They were founded in 2020, and what they do is provide a digital platform for at-home cardiac recovery, serving older adults and patients who have experienced cardiac events. This job is for a live chat support agent. It is full-time, it is fully remote, but it is a 1099 contractor position, so you more than likely won't get benefits, and you'll be responsible for your own tax withholding. And we can see on this job description, you work Monday through Friday from 10:30 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time Zone hours. And they tell us they'll pay you $18 to $20 per hour. They tell us that right here on this job description. So this is a chat-only position, no phones. You'll respond to live chats from potential patients, answer basic questions related to the program offerings, monitor and triage missed calls and messages, and escalate as needed, work with other teams within the company to ensure timely patient follow-ups, maintain accurate records of interactions in the CRM system, and communicate efficiently across platforms like Slack to keep workflows running smoothly. And for this job, they'd like you to have some customer service experience, especially in healthcare, wellness, or mission-driven setting. You have a passion for improving heart health and empowering individuals to take action. You can clearly explain health-related topics in a simple, empathetic way. You have excellent communication skills. It's a plus, but it's not required. It's a plus you have experience using CRM, Slack, and or chat support tools. It's also a plus you have prior experience as a live support chat agent. And they want you to be able to adhere to HIPAA and company confidentiality guidelines. Okay, so now we have some data entry jobs for all of you in the states of Connecticut and New Hampshire. These jobs come to us from Sharecare. So when you land on their careers page, just enter the words data entry in the search box and you can see the 2 positions they have available. One of them is full-time remote for all of you in the state of Connecticut, and the other is full-time remote for all of you in the state of New Hampshire. So these jobs are identical with exception of the state. You'll do a whole bunch of data entry, accurately inputting patient information into Sharecare's internal systems and client electronic medical record platforms. They want you to be proficient using Microsoft Office applications. You're organized, you can multitask, you can manage your time effectively and meet task deadlines. You're willing to learn programs and processes quickly. You have strong documentation, communication, and customer service skills. You're self-motivated, dependable, you're able to work independently or as part of a team, and you can maintain productivity, utilization, and quality performance standards. And as far as the salary, they don't share that anywhere on the job description, but I'm thinking for this job, they'll pay anywhere from about $15, maybe up to $18 per hour, but there's no way I can guarantee how much you'll make. You'll have to work out your salary with them. So I hope one of these jobs works out for you, and if you're looking for more opportunities, make sure to come back to this channel frequently. I post work from home job leads almost every day of the week. Your job is out there. We're going to find it. Thank you so much for visiting. I truly appreciate your support, and I'll meet you on the next job lead.